Yeah, we have been looking at it extensively. Not me so much, but John and
I had a couple buddies
yeah, there was one in Omaha.
I know.
Because I'm with you through thick and thin, whatever trouble you are in. I don't care whatever you do, just know that I love you. Oh, oh, I love you. Well, all right. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to Season 3, Episode 5 of the Smokin Joe Show. Today we have a very special guest all the way from the other side of the world in Sydney, Australia. Lachy is here, and we're very excited. He is an organ extraordinaire, and I can't wait to learn all about him. I had so many questions. We were hanging out before the show, and I had so many questions for him, but I'm saving those questions. Let's see. What have I been up to? Oh, man, it's been a crazy week. If you've heard all the news in Minneapolis, there was unjustified murder, and then there's been protests and riots and looting, and everyone's just trying to figure out what's going on. And I just wish everyone well, and take care of yourselves, and, do what you feel is right, and just be safe and take care of each other out there. That's about all I got. Last week, we had Billy Browse of Papadosio in the house. Billy Browse in the house. We got to know him a lot more, hung out with him, listened to some keyboards and some hip-hop tracks that he made. And it was super fun. And we might have influenced his decision to do more live streams, which is very exciting. But before we get any farther into the show, I must ask, as I do every week, to please share this video if you are watching it live on Facebook. The more people in the chats, the more fun it is. You can interact with the community from afar. So give it a share. Let everybody know this is going on. But if you're watching this in the future on YouTube, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Just smash that subscribe button, and you'll be informed when I come out with new episodes of Smokin' Joe Show, new covers from Livestream Cover Challenge, new music videos from Smokin' Joe, all sorts of stuff that I do. Let's see. Big ups to our favorite sponsor, Shadow Wick Creations, with their exclusive monthly Galactic Get Down candle collection. Each month features 3 unique candles inspired by Galactic Get Down, and you buy a candle in support of the festival. For more information on the Galactic Get Down candle collection and all the great products from Shadow Wick, check out their Etsy page at etsy.com/shop/ShadowWickCreations. We have lots of sponsorship opportunities available. Vicarious Visions and the Smokin' Joe Show now have sponsorship opportunities available. If you or someone you know has a business that would like to support the local music scene through our unique brand of programming, contact Vicarious Visions on Facebook today. With several productions like the Smokin' Joe Show, Romer Dome Familia, and live concert series, Vicarious Visions has a unique opportunity for you to show your commitment to the local music and arts community. So that is dope. Hit us up. We'd love to have you. I want to give a big shout out to my patrons, the people who subscribe to a monthly dose of Joe. They've been getting, let's see, the last thing they got was they got like a day ahead of time. They got my Joe version of A Whole New World from Aladdin. So that was fun. I like to give them stuff and postcards, and it's just great to have a little community I can bounce ideas off of. So thank you, patrons. Thank you, Emily Anderson, for being a lieutenant on the Smokin' Joe Enterprise. And if you want to check it out, patreon.com/SmokinJoeMusic. Without further ado, the funkiest segment in the universe, the weekend weekend stay in.
We're gonna stay up late. We're gonna hit the town. You dig? Pick your booty up. Oh yeah. And shake it all around. It's the weekend get down.
All right. Tomorrow night, Friday, Mark Joseph is at it again with his Friday night concert series. Oh, presented by Kind Jams Minnesota. Weekend Stay In is presented by Kind Jams Minnesota. Friday, Mark Joseph is at it again. Friday night concert series starts at 6, goes until 9. He'll be at Excelsior Brewing Company, presents Mark Joseph's Friday night special, number 11. With the return of Climbin' Buds, that is Mark Joseph and Terry V of Big Woo. Co-host Steph Devine and Mike B. Live from Rice Street Circus Studio, 6 to 9 p.m. Friday night, Central Time. Guests, call-ins, requests, giveaways, and more. With an exclusive Zoom after party at 9:30. And they will have a ticket link for that exclusive Zoom party. Also going on Friday, Jason Street live stream Fridays. The live event will be posted just before 6 p.m. in the comments above. Jason Preetz is a singer-songwriter in the Midwest Americana band Long Odds. To learn more about Jason's music, please visit longodds.com. Saturday, moving on to MJG's Bloody Brunch featuring Bettina V. I almost said Bettina 5. Bettina V. And you know, fun fact, I am friends with Bettina's husband, and they are a wonderful couple. 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Nice brunch, Bloody Brunch with MJG. Saturday, May 30th at 11 a.m. Tips not required, but they are always appreciated, especially in these uncertain times. Saturday, live at Livewire album release, the Gina Powers Band from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Do you have the COVID-19 blues? Join us Saturday, May 30th for the 19th episode of Live at Livewire featuring the Gina Powers Band celebrating the release of their new album. As always, we'll be raising money for these amazing artists through our broadcast at live@livewire.com. We're excited to host this along with our partners, the Arts Partnership and Fargo Underground. So check that out. If you haven't heard of it, it's a short distance to just click on a link and check out some new music. All weekend long, there is a Minneapolis climate auction going on starting May 29th at 6 all the way till Sunday, May 31st at 3 p.m. Minneapolis Climate Action is holding a Minneapolis Climate Auction. How clever. The silent auction will kick off Friday, May 9th at 6 p.m. with the live streaming front yard concert featuring music from the Beavers and Got It. The auction will benefit MCA's mission to address climate change in our community. Minneapolis Climate Action is a 501c3 nonprofit. And of course, this Sunday, as is every Sunday, the webcast of Grateful Sunday number 467 Shotgun Ragtime Band. This Sunday, May 31st, the Minnesota Dead Freaks will unite. Who are you? Where are you? How are you? Join us for Grateful Sundays at the Driftwood Shotgun Ragtime Band live Facebook webcasts. Donations and tips are accepted. As most of you probably know, Galactic Get Down has changed gears majorly for this year and taken our festival and put it in the computer. That's right, Galactic Get Down is going virtual this year. July 30th through August 1st are still the dates. On Earth just looked a little dicey this summer to put on an outdoor music festival, so the Galactic Get Down is going virtual for our 5th year in 2020. We still have live music, live art, live fire performance, virtual shakedown street, and real-time community interaction. We have more announcements coming in June, very short, so stay tuned. And of course, my claim to fame, my claim to quarantine fame, the live stream cover challenge. That's right, almost 35,000 members strong. With so many people streaming, I had the idea to challenge my friends to play covers, doing live streams. The guidelines are easy. Challenge an artist to play a song. That artist has 24 hours to learn the song. Once the artist has learned it, they go live in the group to perform the song and then challenge more people. As it turns out, anyone can challenge anyone. It's kind of a crazy free-for-all. Mostly we just try to make sure people are, expressing themselves and enjoying music in these uncertain times. Livestreamcoverchallenge.com is now up and running with a store. We have t-shirts and more merch coming soon. You can check out some of the featured videos on there. And there's just lots of fun stuff to check out. And always our featured video, the first featured video of the Smokin' Joe show has been a live stream cover challenge kind of submission or video. And I decided to go with someone I know and love very much, Winston Barclay. This is Ned Barclay, the bass player of Iron Star and lead guitar player of Dead Larry. It is his father, and it is an original song he wrote called I Got Mine. He recorded it for a live stream cover challenge founded by me, but he thought he should provide his other friends the opportunity, so he shared it to his main page. It was a little more ragged than he intended, but I think he's just a little shy. It's a really good song. The song is I Got Mine by Ned's dad, Winston Barclay.
Hey there, I'm Ned's dad. This beautiful guitar finish, care of Tim Schweck. He will do the same for your guitar for a small price. And this is a little tune I wrote upstream in prison called I Got Mine. Now some folks dine with fine French wine and sip designer ale, while we kick back with Chili Mac and whatever beer's on sale. They sunk for hours and watch the stars from their hot tub on the hill, while we sit in the dry bar double wide and watch the smoke rise from the mill. You may think that my life stinks, I swear I'm doing fine. I got her, so I got mine. No divorced guys wear fancy ties and shoes of Italian leather. For me it's a flannel or maybe a tee, depending on the weather. And the guys in suits are in cahoots, some boardroom in the penthouse, while I work third shift, drive a forklift, and stack boards in the warehouse. You may think that my life stinks, I swear I'm doing fine. I got her, so I got mine. Kings and queens ride in limousines with some dude who holds the door, while I can see the highway through the rust holes in the floor. And they get on a jet to Vegas or Zanzibar. It's just my dumb luck if my pickup truck makes it down to the corner bar. I swear I'm doing fine. I got her, so I got mine. concert halls was a maestro waves a baton. Well, I just turn the radio up whenever Hank Senior's on. And when the curtain comes down, they go out of the town to strut their jewels and furs. Well, I feel fine 'cause she kisses mine, brother, I kiss hers. You may think that my life stinks, swear I'm doing fine. I got her, so I got mine. Now some folks play on Wall Street and stash their loot offshore, and yet they're sure they're insecure, 'cause all they want is more. But what the heck, we're check to check, and sometimes money's tight. All I need to live is that smile she gives before she dims the light. You may think that my life stinks, swear I'm doing fine. I got her, so I got mine. I got her, so I got mine. Eat your heart out, Jeff Bezos.
Well, welcome back. This is Jay McKinney, and I'm Joe. And Jay is popping in, a very special surprise guest in Minneapolis. Jay, how you doing, bud?
Hello, Smokin Joe. It's me, your arch rival, Vapin' Jay, here yet again.
Jay.
Vaping on. Really,
Not ruining
really
this
great.
town.
It's great to see you, man. It's great to hear your voice. I've just been missing the music community so much.
It's true. I guess got so used to my life being, I would plan these events and that's where I would see all my friends. And that's how I maintained all these friendships,
Yeah, man.
So yeah, isolating to say the least, but you're keeping busy. You're doing stuff.
We are doing stuff. So that's why I'm on here today. I'm excited to talk about my band, Dream of the Wild, which some of you may have heard of, some of you have not. And I'm specifically talking to the deadheads in the crowd and the real old school hippies and wooks, because boy, have we got something for you. We've been trying to get through stuff in this quarantine and be able to put stuff out. And we've decided to release our hour-long version of the Grateful Dead's Dark Star in its entirety. It's an hour-long version that we recorded live with audience recordings and soundboard mixings, all mashed together. It gives it this really cool feel. It's sounding great. I'm just waiting to get the masters back, and it is going to be out in early June.
Cool. Yeah, not too long now at all. Yeah, I mean, if ever there were a captive audience for new releases, now is the time.
Yes. I can't remember which streaming service came out that streams only. Is it Quibi that only streams like 5-10 minute videos? Maybe it's Quib, but this is like the opposite of that. I think
the opposite of that. This is
really
that times 6. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
We got time.
Full Scorsese feature, folks. It's a full length one.
There you go.
It's gonna be a ton of fun. I'm just super stoked on it. All of the Harmony Park people and all the family that I've just been missing. I miss you guys all so much. I'm really excited as things progress here to connect back, and I'm excited to see what you've been doing as well. Joe, I've got a couple questions for you. First of all,
you got questions for me?
I had questions about your live stream cover challenge and just how
I might have answers.
How you adapted overnight from going to a few of your friends to watching this thing probably explode before your very eyes, as I did as well. And I'm just wondering, what have the nuances been, and how has this all been moderated, and how have you been able to get this together so quickly?
Oh man, I have no idea. I just did my best. I mean, I've done 126 covers since the middle of March.
Absolutely.
And then mostly I just kind of be patient, and I kind of listen to what the group wants. So we set up theme days early on, and I got a really awesome squad of moderators of and helped me monitor the group, and I mean, a lot of times it's very quiet. You know, we have had some you know, heavy report days, but you know,
Sure.
times are tough, and I
Yeah.
think people are just doing the best they can. But it's crazy, you know, and there are people from all over the world, you know,
Well,
from, you know, Brazil to Australia to England to Thailand, and just all over the place.
It's just been fascinating to see, Joe, how, you know, even through the concrete ground, the rose of art is still blooming everywhere.
I'm making
and
art work for me.
Exactly. You know, artists are finding new ways every second, and how quickly we can adapt, even if it's a completely different thing, and even if we're kind of doing it for our leisure, it seems like there's no stopping our soul expression. You know, there's really then it's just so beautiful and fascinating to see so many people that and also so many people that would have also otherwise never had a voice to be heard, you know. And all of a sudden,
oh, that's the craziest part about live stream cover challenge that I didn't see coming. I was like, yeah, musician friends, we're gonna play. I didn't see like these home musicians, these amateur musicians who've been playing for years and never played in front of more than like their wife or husband or partner or children or whatever, and they come on and they're nervous and they're shaking and they just annihilate the world, and they're amazing, and they get the response from this group, and then they're like, holy cow, maybe I'm good, you know. And like watching that happen to people, and we have like little like in-group celebrities, it's been a trip, man. I just kind of like, it kind of is self-automated at this point. I just do maintenance and you know, make sure to keep an open mind and just kind of take it as it comes. But it's been pretty great. I'm excited to see the effect it has after all this, when I can like have a show. I don't know how that will, you know, if that will.
It is interesting, and also, you know, all these bands are now having 300 people watch them, where maybe there would have been 20 people in their audience. I mean, it's this kind of incubated experience of, we've all taken a break from the stage, we've kind of taken a break from the rigmarole, and now it's been great to just be playing music for each other again, you know, and also kind of getting to give new people opportunities that maybe would have been too nervous or wouldn't have felt ready. The platform's just really awesome, man. And in fact, I have a couple of live stream cover challenges for you right here.
Nice.
For Smokin Joe, I'll let you pick from the three here. I've got Smokin in the Boys Room. I've got Boston Classic, known as Smokin. And of course, Deep Purple's Smoke on the Water.
Let's see, Smokin Boys Room.
Smokin Joe. Any of those.
All right, well, I'll let you know my decision.
I'm going home happy.
All right. I will it over. But before we get too carried away, it's time to introduce our very special guest of the day, Mr. Lachy Doley, and we're going to play a game all together. Lachy Doley, how are you? How you're all in Sydney, Australia? This is my first. I think this is the first international call, so I'm very excited about this.
Oh, awesome! How's it all going there?
Things are a bit tense here in Minneapolis. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear us?
I can. Yeah.
Can you hear us? Awesome. So yeah, so things are a little bit tense in Minneapolis, but you know, we're very welcome, very excited to have you here. And I'm going to explain to you and everyone how we're going to play this game to get to know each other a little better. So the game is called Emo Chameleon, or Emo Chameleon. And we will just start having a conversation like anybody would. And John Marin will pick one of many emotions that I have picked earlier. And then we will have to change our own emotions to match and continue the conversation as best we can.
I'll
try not to do enough. All right.
I'm going off my meds now. This is going to be the easiest thing in the world for me.
Yeah, you know, I mean, you just never really know. But at any point now, John can start an emotion. We'll just pretend like this is our conversation. I made some really strong coffee before this show, and I really am enjoying it very much.
You know what I've been getting
annoyingly philosophical. Annoyingly philosophical.
What is coffee anyway? Why do we drink coffee? What's the point of it?
It's like, and how does it give you energy? It's like transference of the energy from the beans into our body and then back into the beans.
Well, I'll tell you what coffee is, guys. Coffee is a vibrational entity that you consume and becomes part of you. It flows through your blood and it speaks through you. Imagine it as a symbiotic parasite. Coffee really has a spirit all to its own.
Bad
That's
advice.
But I just say, you should get 15, 16 cups of coffee a day. You should never not have a cup of coffee in your hand, if I were to say it.
Yeah, but I mean, why leave it at there? I mean, you got to move on to stronger things eventually. Coffee's just the beginning, the entry level, right?
Right. Then you gotta get, just start drinking Red Bulls and those illegal Mexican energy drinks. That's the good
Absolutely.
stuff. That's the good stuff.
Yeah. I think we should be careful with this bad advice. I don't know how extreme we should go.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys. I
got lots of bad advice.
I only drink instant coffee. And I think everyone should only be drinking instant coffee. It's the quickest.
Fake.
It's the cheapest. And it's by far the tastiest.
Fake.
Oh, yeah.
polite.
That's a great idea. That's a wonderful idea, Jay. I'm glad you thought of it.
Well, not everybody can think of everything like you, Joe.
Well, it's just great to have you here playing the game. Smokin' Joe show. So how's the coffee in Sydney?
The coffee, yeah, it's not too bad. I've already had about 3, so
a little too nosy.
probably
A little.
So
too
how do you like
nosy.
your coffee? What's your favorite way to have coffee? Like,
Well,
like what? Like
I
first thing?
generally like to have it, when I'm in the nude. I think is the
In the nude, do you
ultimate way
grind
to
your
have
own
it.
beans?
It's,
Do you grind the beans with your beans out?
Well, it's a special thing, isn't it? It's the whole process of making coffee. It's it's like we were saying earlier. You got to come one with the coffee, and I think it's easier to do that in the nude, right?
I mean, yes. Short answer, yeah.
Overly
say.
calm. Overly
You
guys don't do
calm.
that?
Nude is cool, man. It's all cool. Like whatever you want to do is just like totally cool with me, man. Like just whatever works. Just, that's your journey, man.
Yeah, I suppose so.
It's my best, dude. I'm off the coffee. I haven't had
Yep.
coffee in a month. Who needs coffee?
Off the coffee.
I'm just
it's just
I'm just vibing through life. I just vibe.
better to just chill. Better
We'll
just
do that,
chill
man.
out.
Whatever works for you, man. You just gotta go with it.
man.
You go with the flow. Don't
Yeah,
feel
the
any
flow,
pressure. It's
surrender.
True. So true.
Just go with it.
Surrender to the flow.
Surrender the flow, man. Just take it easy. Like you don't have to move so fast, or do
Questions
you?
Only.
Yeah.
Questions only.
What is the question?
So, I don't know. What do you think the question is? What kind of questions? Who's asking?
I don't
Are you
know, I
asking?
wonder-
Are questions ever really answered? Can you answer a question?
Does it depend on what question you ask? Or I mean, is it all
That's a
questions?
good
that don't
question,
answer?
isn't it? Is that a good question? I think so.
Are there good questions? I'm combining things now. Philosophical question. Are there really good questions? What makes a question good? Are questions inherently neutral? These are the big questions.
Does a question need to be good?
If a question is good in a forest and no one is there to see it, does it really good?
I think we
All right,
can't get away
shots.
from the philosophy, can we?
Shot.
Do you guys want to go get
I
coffee
can't believe it. We can't. Just what? Good Lord.
Huh?
Good God. Ah! Good God. What do you
I'm
mean?
so shocked right now.
I am just beyond, taking a back flat. What is the question? It floors me. Just, flying off the handle here.
I just can't believe that I'm doing this show. This is shocking. Absolutely shocking.
It's shocking. How I'm here but there at the same time. How is this possible?
Who are you guys anyway?
The
What?
technology is simply incredible.
Fishing for compliments.
Who are you? I mean,
Yeah,
it is,
well,
it is my show. We have been
really
doing it for 3 years.
So, Joe, now that you've had me on, you're going to listen to the album, right, man? I think it's pretty good.
Well, I mean, if you
guys-
say,
it's going to be good.
I mean, if you say so. You know, it's like
I think
it's
Yeah.
I've been working really hard. I'm excited. I just hope.
I
really
bet a
hope
lot
you
more
like
people will hear about it now that you've been on the show. I'm sure a lot more people will hear about it. You know,
Now they've been on the
it's a
show.
broader audience reach.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure why you guys have got me on this show. Really, I mean, like, yeah. I mean, I play a little bit, sing a,
It's
sing
the
a
accent.
bit, sing a bit, you know. You know,
Sing a
Really?
bit. Yeah, you know, it's like
You want-
I
that's your
dabble. You know,
attitude.
some people.
It's
simple.
You know.
Really need to pee.
But it's like,
Guys,
you know, I mean, we'll be done with this game soon. You know,
Great.
the game's over, man. Like, I think I can
it's
wait.
been awesome to be here.
I think I can
You
wait.
guys want to? Do you guys want a drink of water by any chance?
I'm good, man.
Look nearby.
Stop hearing water flow
That is
through my ear.
this water is fantastic. Mm.
You know, there is
So refreshing.
water. You know. No, we just
You know
passed a
what?
gas
It's
station. Why
coffee.
didn't you pull?
It's cool. It's cool. I'm fine. I think
What
I
do they
can
call
make it.
gas stations
I'm
in
gonna be able to make it for a
Australia?
couple more minutes. I'm gonna be just fine.
Got a couple more minutes in you? Yeah, dude. I've
Petrol
waited longer than
stations.
this. I've waited longer than this. Yeah. Okay. So we'll see one more. Is there one more, or are we good?
Well, I think.
Do you guys ever go on? Do you guys ever go on the road and
I think
you've
we're
got
good.
those
All right.
people who are desperate to pull over and to the gas station and need to pee, and you've got that one person driving the van who's just like, "No, we're gonna make it to the
Oh,
next town."
Oh yeah. That
It's
person
like
knows
this
the
town- like-
ownership over their van. You know, they really love.
Well, it's
that
like, and you
van.
know the
They don't wanna
town.
get out. They don't
You
wanna
know the
do it.
town you want to get to.
Yeah.
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 It's
wanna
like-
stay
you're like,
in
I
the
want to
van.
get this food. Well, thank you for playing our very first ever emo chameleon.
That was tough.
I'm
was fun, though.
I'm excited. Yeah, it was. You know, it's like you kind of, you know, it's like I realize now that when I stole this idea from a late night talk show that he was doing it mostly with actors and we're musicians. So
I think we did
good on
a fabulous
us.
job.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
we're
was all right.
I
musicians.
think
We
we,
should.
all learned something.
We were
We're like,
mildly
oh, cool.
We all learned
entertaining.
something about coffee.
You know, it's something you don't hear all the time, I guess, you know. So, but anyway, Lachy Doley, our very special guest from Sydney, we're going to get to a video of yours. And Jay, one more time, you have a release coming out, an hour-long version of Dark Star
Absolutely.
from Dream of the
Joe.
Wild.
Check out Dream
Coming
of
out
the
in
Wild's
June.
Hour-long Dark Star. It's an hour-long rendition of the Grateful Dead's epic song. It's an amazing time. I can't wait to share it with you guys. You'll see it. I'm going to be plastering it all over Facebook on you. So I'm just so excited. I love everybody watching. Joe, it's been so great. Thank you so much for having me on. Man.
Heck yeah, thanks for being here, Jay. Appreciate it.
Nice to meet you, Jay.
Nice to meet you too. Hey, you know, and you guys take care down in Australia. I got to come visit soon.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
please do.
So the video that I chose, the video that I chose first was a woman, and I my computer couldn't figure it out, so I couldn't get the file that I needed. So I chose Voodoo Child as my second one. But if you watch a video, the video for a woman that I saw, I just was taken aback immediately. Just it starts just like, but that is, go check that out. But this video is a cover of Jimi Hendrix's Voodoo Child, and you want to like preface the video with? Well,
Yeah. Well, I think this is just a live one that we did. I think it was about a week before all the gigs got shut down, actually. So, but it's a cover of Jimmy's song Voodoo Child, but it's done on my crazy keyboard called a whammy clav. So it's basically a fully
whammy
string
clav?
keyboard with a giant ass whammy bar sticking out the guts of it, which means I can make it sort of wail and scream, and you know, if I run it through my guitar amp and wah pedal, it sort of goes pretty crazy. And yeah, we recorded this song in the studio a few months. It hasn't been released yet, and we just started playing it live. So I think it might have been like the second time we'd ever played it live. And
Oh, wow.
luckily, someone in the audience captured it, and I had a relatively good audio from the desk, so I mixed it together and whacked it up.
Perfect. Well, yeah, everybody stay tuned. Voodoo Child coming right now. But that a woman that's a great song. Yeah, for some reason my program didn't like it, but I love it. We were a little rushed.
Technology has the final word.
And sometimes I just like, if it takes more than 10, 15 minutes, I'm like, beep boop robots.
It's gonna be so awesome. Hang in there.
Gonna be the coolest thing you've ever seen in the universe.
This hour.
There was no time. One song.
The chat is very quick to let us know.
Live streaming. Are we still live? Are we broadcasting?
I don't really know. I feel like either way.
Pieces make an island out. I'm afraid down in the sand. I'm a voodoo child, voodoo child. Lord knows I'm a voodoo child. I didn't mean to take up all his sweet time. I'll get right back to you one of these days. I didn't mean to take up all his sweet time. I'll give it right back to you one of these days. I didn't mean to take up all your sweet time.
All right. So Lachy Doley, I think just the Lachy Doley band. Is that the name of your band? I think.
Well, yeah, when I'm playing live, it's the Lachy Doley group.
Lachy Doley group. I was like, I wasn't sure that was
Yeah.
band group. Yeah, I have an and friends. You know, everybody needs their name plus the thing. But
Yeah.
welcome. Thanks for joining us. Usually
Pleasure.
the first thing I like to ask is, about young Lachy. You know, you can tell us about your young self, like about where you grew up and how you got into music and little backstory.
Sure. Well, I grew up in I suppose you could almost call it a small town. Most people in Australia call it a small town, but it is a capital city of Australia. It's called Adelaide. I grew up there, and we had a piano in the house. And when I was younger, my mum basically started going out with this kind of blues guitar player, this kind of hippie pot smoking, pretty cool dude.
Cool cat.
Yeah, and he loved playing the blues, and he used to play all these old records, like John Lee Hooker and Muddy Waters and Willie Dixon, and he'd just jam along on the guitar, and eventually my brother and we started trying to imitate and jam along to all those awesome piano players on a lot of those records. So players like Pinetop Perkins and Otis Spann, and then eventually sort of rock and roll, like Jerry Lee Lewis and all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of like where it first began,
That's the foundation.
And the foundation, it was all blues and rock and roll, all the really cool stuff. And obviously from there, it went off to soul and funk. And
and you can tell just by your style, it's very by feel, you know what I mean? Like it's a trained craft, but like, even just with that, gigantic whammy arm bar, you know what I mean?
I don't
just
have
like
it here at the moment. Where is it? Over there.
I forgot where I put it. But it's like, it's just, it's a certain, animation involved that I think is just so entertaining and fun and just unique. Very cool.
It's a wild instrument. The whammy clav. It's it's certainly very visual, but the whammy bar does just give you that so much extra range of expression and emotion and feel that you can put into the notes. It was pretty like a huge wow factor when I first got my hands on it and started playing. But I don't have that set up today, unfortunately.
Oh, that's okay. We can have a nice, Smokin' Joe show version. You don't have to whammy us on the show if you don't like. And then, so how long have you been playing professionally? And have you always been playing the organ, or do you play lots of stuff?
Well, I started playing piano, and then professionally since I think 15 was my first sort of like cover band gigs. I think I was playing in. It was a blues band, and then from there I went on to like a Blues Brothers cover band.
Oh, cool.
And then I moved to Sydney and started playing with all sorts of bands and lots of big artists in Australia. If anyone's tuned in to Australia, artists like Jimmy Barnes and then Billy Thorpe, Powderfinger, sort of like I guess you'd probably call them the A-list of the rockers in Australia. And I was doing that relatively young, kind of in my 20s, and then just slowly started peeling off into doing my own thing, while still keeping one foot in the session
right.
muso door.
Well, you've had a lot of videos like blow up. I mean, you've gotten millions of views on your videos, so you're not doing too shabby by yourself, I would say. So what's it been like to experience that? Like, what was that like for you?
It's been really exciting. Like, I think the first video that went, sort of did half decent was probably about 6 years ago or something like that. And I just remember, I guess I was just so surprised to start with, and then this, every time you check the numbers or whatever, you'd see it's gone up another 10,000 views or something. You'd be like, wow, it was really, really exciting. And then for the opportunities to sort of come in on the back of that as well, that was a crazy exciting time around 2014, 15.
Nice. When, good years.
Yeah, it just sort of, I'd already been doing my thing for like 4 or 5 years, but that was when it really sort of just, the power of videos. And
well, it got to us over here, all the way in the middle of America. So it kind of just goes to show.
It's
Goes
great.
to
Yeah, I couldn't have done that, 10 years ago or 15 years ago. The only way to reach you guys really would have been either if, on a huge major label, or for me to actually move over there or start
Yeah,
trying to tour around. It's a whole different world. It's awesome.
it is. Yeah, a lot of opportunity. And it's like a double-edged sword. There's like so much amazing music. You can discover anything you want, but then it's like there's so much music, so it's kind of hard to like filter through. I mean, there's just like there's good and bad to all of it. But I think as long as it's a tool, you kind of utilize the technology as best you can.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, no, I love it. I've definitely embraced it as much as I can,
That's awesome.
because I don't plan to move out of Australia, so it's great that I can.
Sure. It seems really nice. I'd love to spend some time there. Let's see. So changing gears a little bit in Australia. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, you've been to Australia?
I have not. I would love to. Actually, I know I made some Australian friends over the last couple of years, and they have like a drum rhythm hut retreat. I think I can't remember what city it is in, but
Byron Bay?
Yeah. So they invited me to come stay there, and they're like little like drum commune. And I was like, yeah, 'cause I play drums, so I was like very excited about that. So I haven't made it over, but Australia differs from the U.S. a lot. Just we talked about this a little bit before. Or during the video, but what has your experience in the pandemic, COVID-19 world been like in Australia? Like, how's that been for you?
Well, I was right in the middle of an Australian tour when it all kind of started to get serious. So I think it was the middle of March when my last gig was the 13th of March, I'm pretty sure. And I had gigs the next week booked and for the next 2 months. And then, it all just got cut. There were no more gatherings I think gatherings over 50 weren't allowed. And then straight away it went down to 10. And then next week it was down to like stay at home,
right.
No gatherings at all. That certainly sucked. That was one part of it. But then it was also very scary. And then adjusting to the way things were for the last few months. It hasn't all been bad, though. I got to say, I think Australia's coped very well, and the communication between the government and down here it's been pretty good, and we've certainly got things under control. But it's interesting. It's like the change in the whole world, and everyone's at home, and all this live streaming going on, and everyone getting creative and making music. Like anything, there's going to be so many great things that are going to come out of this shit time, basically.
Right.
And, I feel in a good place. It's actually been quite nice in a way to not have the pressure of gigs for a while and all the logistics of it, and just sort of writing and playing and
it's a lot less pressure. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. So I've kind of enjoyed that, but I'm definitely absolutely itching to play a gig again.
Yeah, it's funny seeing music fans say like, "Oh, I miss live music so much." It's like, man, don't even talk to me. Like, it's like I miss. It's like the musicians are just crawling out of their skin, waiting. To like hear someone clap when you're finished. That's the weirdest part to me about live streams. Is like you play a really good song and it's just like just gonna assume people liked that and move on.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, you have to get some of that canned laughter going on just for around the house.
So I mean, any like what do you think the future holds for you? Like, how soon do you think you're gonna get out? Do you have any plans in the near future to get your music somewhat available? I mean, like I don't know what Australia's rules are, but
no one really knows. I mean, I've got gigs booked that or like postponed, I suppose. Some of the original ones got cancelled. They're in October, but I haven't even bothered advertising them yet. Really,
it's kind of a bad move, like it's like
could potentially happen. I don't know.
Hopefully,
happen,
I'm an optimist. I'm an optimist sometimes,
Yeah, but I got some music coming out next month.
Oh, cool.
Single,
single, an album, EP. What you got?
It's just a single, actually. It's like
cool.
It'll be part of an album, though.
Awesome.
I went in the studio in December and I did Voodoo Child and I did Give Me Some Lovin', which is going to be the single.
Oh, cool.
I basically just did all these covers that people have been asking me to play for 10 years.
Maybe
And
challenging you to play the covers.
Maybe challenging. Maybe I need
If only there were a place where you could play these covers after being challenged. Anyway, but yeah, no, that's cool.
I heard one.
I know. I just beating it into the ground. But that's cool.
It's just a. Sorry, man.
Oh, I'm glad you've been able to like stay productive, stay positive, continue to connect with the people. There's lots of people in the chat that are here to, to listen to you talk and watch you play. And it's just really exciting to connect with someone that's, just making lemonade out of the whole situation, really.
Well, trying to, yeah. It's definitely having a lot of fun and being creative. And yeah, so that's the best part of it. That's for sure.
Well, cool. I mean, if there's anything else you'd like to add, go ahead. Otherwise, we kind of just open it up to some live music you can play and do your thing. But that's the end of my interview questions.
Oh man, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. No, yeah, I was very excited about this. So I'm looking forward to hearing what you got.
All right. Well, this is actually the first kind of live streaming I've done from this new little setup that
it looked cool.
I've actually managed to take advantage of during this crazy time, because I'm in a rehearsal studio. It's not even a studio, and all the rehearsal studios are empty at the moment. So I've managed to get this room, which is way better because it doesn't have my undies sort of hanging off a chair in the background, which is kind of cool.
People love that though.
Yeah, they do. They do love keeping it real. All right. Well, maybe I'll play a little bit of Ray Charles or something. How's that sound?
Yeah, absolutely. you do whatever you want.
All right, how long have I got?
There's no. I mean, we say the show's an hour, so I mean, technically it'd be like 10 minutes, but like you could play for 20 minutes if you want. No one's gonna stop you. So,
all right, we'll see how we go. This might go for a while. This tune anyway.
Do it up.
All right. Embrace a tear into my eye when I begin to realize that I cried so much since you've been gone, baby. I'm drowning my own tears. I sit and I cry. Just like a child. Oh, I'm pouring tears, running wild. Hey, if you don't think you'll be home soon, hey now, I'll get sent around in my own tears. Well, I know it's true. Into this life, some rain. Some rain gon' fall, and I'm so blue. Yeah, without you, it keeps on raining more and more. Drowning my own tears. I guess I'd drown my own tears. I guess I'd drown my own tears. I guess I'd drown. Hey, 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 nah, nah. I guess I'm wrong in my yeah. I guess I'm drowning my own tears. Yeah, woo!
Oh yeah.
Oh man, Ray Charles.
Ray
Love
Charles.
that tune. Absolutely loved it. Actually, I'm not
That was
sure if he
fantastic.
wrote it, but that's kind of his version with a whole lot of madness thrown on top of it.
I like the mess.
I might do a song that is has a very strange title for I consider myself sort of loosely a blues artist, but obviously I'll go in various tangents here and there. But I wrote this song. What was it about? It was on which album? Convictions, around 2014-15, and it's funny the reviews you get with a title like this. Is actually called the song is called "Stop Listening to the Blues." It's very strange for a blues artist, but it's actually all about, in a strange way, it's about not listening to those voices that you can bring you down a little bit inside your head. So the lyric is stop listening to the blues when the blues starts talking to you, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it's I like the double entendre. It's good.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool, man.
There we go. Let's give that a whirl. Say I'm leaving. Say I'm want me no more. Say cutting me loose. Well, I know, that's just the blues talk. Ain't no way that's a you. There ain't nothing so untrue. Stop listening to the blues when the blues starts a talking to you. Sometimes I feel, I gotta call it a day. I wasting the money on a dream that just won't pay. But I know that's just the blues talking. Ain't no way that's me. There ain't nothing so untrue. Stop listening to the blues when the blues starts a talking to you. All right. There's nothing so untrue. I'm listening to the blues when the blues start talking to you. See, there ain't nothing so untrue. Stop listening to the blues when the blues starts talking to you. All right, see, there ain't nothing. See, there ain't nothing. Sounds true. You gotta stop. Gotta listen to the blues. Oh, all right. When the blues starts talking to you. Oh! Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I was hoping that would end on the wow. That was awesome.
That was
Pretty much that's my
amazing. Thank
standard.
you so much.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. Thanks so much
Absolutely.
for having me, guys. It's been, this is great. This really had an absolute lot of fun, and I'm glad all the tech all worked out and went beautiful.
Oh, us too. Us too. Yeah, I mean, it's just so great to be able to do this. You know, I mean, it's kind of the future.
It's amazing.
Like, you know, having just having a call in from Australia on our live stream television show. You know, it's
It really is incredible. Yeah, well done to you guys for putting it together.
Well,
It's awesome.
you know, thanks for you know, being a part of it. You know, it's even cooler for us in our community to reach out, you know, all the way, you know, across the biggest ocean or the biggest landmass.
Exactly.
Whichever way you want to go.
Yeah, it's amazing how
but
much kind of close we all are now. It's just very
Oh yeah, the world is very small these days. Well, you're welcome to play more, or we can just call it a night, and you know, and then I guess I don't. What time is it there? What's the time difference? Is it 12 hours? 24 hours? What is it? What's over there?
I think it's close to 12. Yeah, so at the moment it's, hang on a sec, I think probably about 11.
11 a.m.
Yeah, 11 a.m.
11 a.m. on Thursday.
On Friday.
So this is early.
On Friday.
On Friday.
You're in the future.
We're ahead of you guys. You know that. That's right.
I know these things, and then I forget these things. But that's cool. Yeah, it's 8 p.m. here
On
Nice
Thursday.
one. You guys are in.
on Thursday.
Yeah.
So how's the
You
future?
guys are just you're at peak time. This is early morning for me, so it's crazy.
That's cool.
But luckily, I didn't do a gig last night.
No way, really. I had a gig in my mind.
That's right. Yeah. The great gig in my mind.
The great gig in my mind. Yeah, a little sequel to Pink Floyd.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I might leave it at that. If that's
Cool.
if that's all
Awesome.
right
Well,
with you,
I
fellas.
truly appreciate it. And I hope we get to connect again. You know, we're going to be doing these virtual events. And even once things open up, Minnesota has very cold, snowy winters. So we're going to utilize this virtual event, you know, I think over the years. And we should totally have you come play for us, or come play for us
Sure.
if you're into it. Yeah.
Anytime. Yeah. Well, thanks again, and
Bring us some
big shout out
Australian
to all you.
summer during our winter.
That's what you need. Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
I'll bring as much as I can through the interweb.
Yep. All right. Well, awesome. Well, I really appreciate it. And let's see. Oh, where's my script? There it is. Okay. Lachy, Doley, thank you so much from Sydney, Australia. Let's see. Next week, we will be back with Scotty Zwang from Ghostlight, a new band that has gotten a lot of hype. So I'm very excited to chat with Scotty and see what his world is like in quarantine land after, a successful release of a band. Ghostlight, I'm sure a lot of you know him and love him. He will be in the studio next week. Thanks again for tuning in. I love you all so much. Take care of each other out there. Whatever you do, just put your whole heart into it. Take care of each other. And I'm there for you as best I can. I'm just listening and waiting and trying to be supportive of the cause. And it's not much else I can say, but I love you all, and we'll be back same time, same place next Thursday. John, you got anything? Cool. Well,
Thanks everyone. Thanks for having me, and yeah, big shout out to all the Smokin' Joe fans out there, and yeah, I hope we can do it again. Thanks, guys.
oh, we absolutely will. Thank you so much, Lachy. Thank you, John, Vicarious Visions. And at this point, I will just play us out. Because I'm with you through thick and thin, whatever trouble you are in, I don't care whatever you do, just know that I love you. Oh, I love you. Sometimes you got trouble, so many troubles, they're getting you down. But you don't have to worry about your troubles no more, 'cause I'll always be around, because I'm with you through thick and thin, whatever trouble you are in, I don't care whatever you do, just know that I love you. Oh, I love you.